You literally got your dream. Wait, slow down. No matter what, we got a full 20 seconds.
Check, check, check. Huh. Some program where them have no reach. Christine, you think classic, it classic. Out a road them a chat it say. Your program well classic. People can't wait for go watch it, yeah. You think classic, it classic. Your style MC cosmetic, yeah. You think classic, it classic. But all them a do them can't tap it, yeah.
Hey, welcome back. It's Christine G. I know it's been a while. I hope you've perfected your skills with parts 1, 2, and 3. Part 4 is what I'll be presenting today, and it's very intense, but guess what? It's going to be fun. I call it the landing phase or the landing stage, where we've been in flight and now we're preparing for landing or getting our wheels or our legs, so to speak, on a firm, solid footing, the home run, you know. So I think airplane, I think a kite, you know, so whatever I'm thinking, you kind of get a picture of where I'm heading with this. Other instructional YouTube videos with fixing the cube, they kind of give instructions with fixing the cube from the base up. In my videos, you will notice that I fix it from the top down. We do use algorithms, but we kind of not focus too much on algorithms. I know for myself, just learning a bunch of steps and just, it's very robotic. So hence the name of my the name of this series, which is Moving Colors. So we're gonna focus on a couple of why you're moving the colors, you know, a certain way, what you're looking for, and then I'll show you the algorithm that you will need to that you will need to use for each of these steps as we move along. All right. So once you've mastered the 8 steps, we're now on to part 4. Trust me, you won't need any specific top or bottom. When you're done with these 8 steps, you'll be able to approach the cube from any face, any color. All right. But for the purposes of this series, we started from the white down. All right. So with no further ado, let's get straight into the meat and potatoes. Part 4 of 8. Okay, guys. So here we are. And I'm going to do step 1 through 3. Once we get to step 4, I'll chime in. The top is done. Now we're going to work on the crowning. Green. Green's all done, orange all done, blue's all done. We still have one more out there, and it's the orange. This white and orange needs to go there. All right, now the crowning's done. Now we're gonna work on the middle row, okay? All right, orange and blue. That's done. These two are left. Let's see if we have any more in the middle. There's none in the middle, so I'm going to take this out. Green and orange, this to there. Move it out of the way. We got one more. Green and red needs to go there. Move it out of the way. And if you need any help, just go back to part 3. And the second row is done. So now is, so step 1, step 2, step 3. Now we're working on step 4. So once you're done with the third step, you're going to examine the 4 corners, which is this one, that one, that one, and that one. All right. You're going to look for a pair with similar color, because now we're trying to establish the corners, which I consider the legs or the wheels of this thing to take this thing home by solving the entire cube. What I did to make it easier, I even got some tape that I'm going to put on just to make it a little bit easier for you. So you could focus more on what I'm trying to do. I'm a kinesthetic learner, and sometimes this is like a hard part. I'm telling you to look for similar colors and all that stuff, and it gets a little bit confusing. So I'm just going to black these ones out, these middle pieces out, and I'll get another one in here. So with the middle pieces blacked out, you can see my 4 legs or wheels that are going to be made into this landing, complete that landing process. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for a pair of colors of similar color on either side of each other. Don't use the yellow, because we started with the white. The yellow is going to sit under the bottom. So it's going to be the other 2 color over here. So here's a red, here's a blue. And if you look next to this one has a green and a red. So immediately we see that these 2, which is a pair, they both have red and red. Once you see that, you're going to immediately move it to the face of the cube that has a central red. So this is green and it's going to go there. So right now we have it lined up with red and red. What we're going to do is we're now going to check the pair.
Let me help out a bit here. Check each corner of the pair to see if the colors match up with the central color of the adjoining faces. Hope that helps.
This red matches that red. This blue does not match this central green. So we see that this is kind of twisted. So untwisting this is the actual step 4. So we know that those 2 are twisted. Technically, this leg should be here and that one should be there. So we have this one down. Now let's examine the other side and see how this one goes in terms of color matching up with the central color there. So this is blue. So this blue is good. It matches with the central blue there. This orange is good. It matches with that central orange there. This green is good, and this orange is good. So this pair it's great. So we don't have to do anything on this side. So that means we're going to have to perform the step 4 once on this pair. All right. Sometimes when you check, they might be all in the right position. And if that happens, then you're going to skip step 4. Sometimes you do it and they're both twisted, where this one's twisted and that one's twisted, and you have to do step 4 twice. In this scenario, we have one pair that is twisted. So we're only going to do this step once on this side. All right, so let's move along. Okay, so this is where the algorithm is going to come in. If you watch any YouTube video on fixing the Rubik's Cube, this is the algorithm that they all use. It just looks different because they have it upside down and they're working from the bottom up and all that. But I'm going to try to break it down in a way that's easy, because I like breaking things down because I get very confused with the algorithms that that were being shown. All right, so basically what we're doing here, we find that this red and green wheel or leg is on the wrong side. It's a pair. So this one should be here and this red and blue should be there. So we have to do what's called the untwisting. So let's check out the untwisting algorithm. So it goes like this. You still hold your cube like this, facing white up. What you're going to do is you're going to bring this down, right? And then the bottom row, you're going to shift it once that way. You always bring that back up. All right. So once you do that, you're going to turn the cube towards you to this side with the empty spot there. You're going to bring this down. Then you're going to swing the bottom to the right. And as usual, you always bring this back up. Once you do that, you bring your cube back this way. You have this empty spot facing you. You're going to take this down and then you're going to bring this around like that. And as usual, you always want to fix the white portion back up like that. And then the last thing that you have to remember, you have to switch the bottom to the left twice in order to get the colors matching again. So it's 1 and 2. So let's see if what we did a while ago fix the legs in the correct order. See, now we have the blue matching there and we have the red matching here. Let's check the other side. Green matches this green and the red matches here. So this pair of legs, they're okay. Let's just do a quick double check in the back and to see if the legs were okay on this side. Orange, orange, and blue. So this one's good. Yellow goes on the bottom, green and green, orange and orange. So all of these are good. So guys, that was step 4 for this one. So let's start over on a fresh cube and then do it over again. All right, so now we're up to the crucial point, the point that we're teaching today, which is step 4, which is finding the landing parts for this cube to take it home. We're finding the legs, we're finding the wheels. So like I said, you're going to look at the corner pieces on the first cube. I blacked out the middle ones. By now, guys, you should get the understanding. I won't do it here, but we're going to look for colors, a similar color between corner cubes. We're going to put them in pairs. All right, so this here is red and blue. We don't count the yellow because that goes on the bottom. Red and blue, green and orange. That's 4 different colors. So let's look here. Green and orange. Oops, here go 2 oranges. So what does that mean? We're going to move that over to the orange side, which is here. So just pop it up right there, right between the 2. It's like that. We're trying to set up the corners on the orange side. Now, so the orange matches that, and the blue does not match that green. That means this should be on this side, because look, there is green and there's orange. So these are twisted. So we're going to do the step 4 here to untwist it. But before we start the untwisting, let's check the other 2 to see if they are twisted or if they're in the right position. And by looking at it, I could tell they're in the right position. The green is by the green, the red is by the red, the yellow is where it should be, the blue is by the blue, the red is by the red. So we know that's in the right position. So with this one, we're just going to do the untwisting step 4 once. So what we're going to do, guys, we want to get this one here and that one there. How are we going to do it? We're going to take this down, right? Bottom to the left. Always bring that up. What you're going to do, you're going to turn and face the empty spot here. We're going to take this down once, move this bottom part to the right, and always bring this back up. All right, we're going to turn the cube back over to this to face us. Once we have that there, we're going to swing this down. We're going to bring back the white, bring it up. And what do we do at the end? We always got to move the bottom twice to see if what we did worked. All right, so here we go. The orange is with the orange and the green is with the green side. And the orange is next to orange and the blue is next to the blue side. So we know this one's good, even though it's not really positioned right. This blue should be here and that, but this step right here to get this position the correct way is step number 5, which we'll do later. So for now, this is done. Step 4 completed, and the other pair is good. So that's all done. So now we're going to do the thing where we're looking for 2 similar colors, and this one is pretty clear, guys. So we could, once I see something that pops up so vividly, I'm just going to automatically turn it to the green side, and we're in luck today. Look at this. Green is aligned with the green, orange is with orange, green is with green, and red is with red. So this side is good. No step 4 needed there. Let's look at this one. We have yellow and yellow, but don't watch those colors because these should be underneath the bottom. It goes down here. But let's see if the other 2 colors are good on the adjoining faces. So blue and blue and red and red. That one's perfect. And this one is blue and orange. This side's perfect. So guess what, guys? If you had something like this, there is no need to do a step 4. You would go straight to step 5. All right? All right, guys. So what do you think? That was challenging, huh? So to be honest with you, it's not going to be a walk in the park. And I think the algorithms, using the algorithms can be tough. My goal is to make this fun. That's why I'm doing it in 8 parts. I'm not rushing through it. You know what I mean? Once you get all these steps, it's going to be a breeze. And your fingers are just going to magically groove in between the different moves and sequences. You know what I'm saying? So remember, there's 3 things that you need. You need perseverance, patience, practice. All right? And if you don't have those things, I would say then this is not for you. And what I love about this process is it really helps me to focus, and it also helps me to be consistent with every single detail of my life. You know, I do this thing every day. Every day I try to complete I do it at least 4 times so I don't forget. You know what I mean? I want it to be like second nature. So that was just a brief recap of everything. But, you know, so step 4 is completed. And remember, step 4, you might have to do it 2 times on both pairs of legs or wheels, as I call it. Or you might only have to do it once. Or sometimes it might be magical where they're positioned correctly, so you won't have to do it. So what I urge you to do now is go back to step 1, try to do step 1, then do step 2, then do step 3, then add on step 4. And you always start from the top and work it down, because sometimes you might start mixing up the moves, but just practice, 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 and more practice. All right? Until then, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Oops, and don't forget, any comments whatsoever, please leave in the bottom, because I'm very open to your comments and your criticism and, you know, suggestions. And I also wanted to tell you this too, guys. I am planning on going live. And then what I'm going to do is I want people to volunteer where I could invite you to share the screen, and then we could try completing the different steps of the cube. And then I think it would be more interactive, you know? We could do it live and stuff. Tell me what you think in the comments. All right? See you soon. Take care.